The other lesson that I shared with Zita that I learned from my mom was that women can do anything. And I truly believe that. I feel like, particularly in their role as women, the feminine genius, I think they can do anything when they submit to the unique grace that is given to them because of who they are. I know lots of people are like, what, submit, what? Hear me out. My whole life I've been surrounded by really strong women, independent women at that. The examples I've had, it's all about collaborative effort, knowing and being humble enough to know where you need help and asking for help. Ultimately doing your best and then surrendering it to God, surrendering it to your partner, your team, your family. And I think it's in those unique spaces where you are vulnerable that you are strongest. And it's really cool to see that in everything that I've had the privilege of witnessing in my own life. Faith has always played a big part in our family life, particularly in my mom's life. Her example as a faithful witness to God's love, to God's grace, to God's power has made such a strong impact in my own relationship with God. Also how I can trust that it will work out, to be in awe and wonder of how He's made such a beautiful thing out of my mom's life, but at the same time knowing how hard she's worked to get where she's gotten to, and to just constantly go back to Him as her source of grace. So that's one huge lesson I've learned, that you can't do anything on your own, but at the same time you have been given unique gifts that only you have, that you're unique, you're unrepeatable. And so in whatever position that you find yourself in, that's where you're meant to be. If you decide to change that and it's in line with God's will for you in your life, then there's so much more peace, because it's not going to be easier. Yeah, free will for sure. There's so much more peace when you're in line with what you're meant to be doing. And that looks like flow, that looks like fulfillment, that looks like self-actualization. There's so many other psych terms that we can throw at this concept, but for me, in my life, in the example that I see, what makes the most sense is that it's a collaborative effort of faith and hard work. So yeah, thanks Mom for that example, and I'm really grateful that you're my mom. And I've gotten to 130 plus subscribers if it worked for her. So happy Sunday, and here's to a new week, our last week. Woohoo! Okay, I'm just gonna start shooting because this will never... You are the only person in a position that you're in. No, that's not grammatically right.